Alright, now this little video, we want to look at the center of the mass of the Earth-Moon system. So if we've got the Earth and we've got the Moon, hopefully you did a calculation where you worked out where the center of the mass between the two were. And it works out to be about 2/3 of the distance between the center of the Earth and the surface. Now, what I want to mention just in this little video is that it's that center of mass that goes around the Sun. So, when we look at the Earth-Moon system going around the Sun, that's the Sun. It's the center of the mass here, which is going around the Sun, not the Earth itself. So the Moon, as you know, rotates around the Earth, and you may have thought that it was the Earth going round the Sun and the Moon going round the Earth, but it's not. It's the center of mass here that goes around the Sun. That stays on this dashed little curve that represents the orbit. And the Moon rotates around the center of the mass of the system. And the Earth rotates around the center of the mass of the system. And the period in which they do that, as you well know, is about 1 month. So since the Earth, the center of the mass, the distance from the center of the Earth to the center of the mass of the system is about 2/3 out from that center, that means that the Earth only makes very small movements every month around that line, whereas the Moon will be making bigger movements because it's further away from the center of the mass. So they sort of rotate around the center of mass as they go around the Sun, but it's the actual center of the mass that follows that orbit. And it's the Earth with its bigger mass and being closer to the center of the mass that has the smaller movements than the Moon, which is making bigger movements each month. They both rotate around that center of mass in the same period.